I think we got more than enough.
Yeah, we probably got enough now.
I mean, just started.
Unless you want it to burn all night.
Started just at nighttime, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
It
don't
does
need
look like we're going to be okay. Yeah, we just packed a couple hobo dinners. We gotta throw on some coals. Wow. You guys are good at this. This is not your first campfire.
No, I did a matter of fact. I did a video, one of my first ones over there.
We used to teach this
On
stuff.
teaching these guys. These guys get fire started, and they just throw shit down on the fire. They don't allow it to breathe, and so I did a video on that.
How come it's not lit?
You know, and they smother it.
Drives my son nuts because he can't. Like, he goes camping with friends that weren't in Scouts,
Right.
and he'll wake up and there'll be a kid with a lighter against a log like that. And he's going, I can't get the fire
That's not
started.
going to work.
I'm gonna say,
We did these hobo dinners.
okay.
Oops.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just get it
Slap
on
it
there.
on there.
If it doesn't work, we'll start it another
igniter.
way.
Oh, we will. I'm not worried about that either.
Yeah. You got to get some fumes going in there.
Doug, see if it works with the ferro rod.
I don't think I brought one. Oh yeah, I
What you
did.
said.
Hey, you know what? Can I do it with a ferro rod?
Hold on.
Oh, sure.
Let's try that.
Do it with ferro rod.
I got one. I got one.
I have one if you don't have one. I believe I have it with me.
Yeah, no. So we took it. We're trying to take it easy, but we always do too much. Like we shouldn't have gone as far as we went today.
Well, he like me. He needs to be.
The kit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another reason we come out here.
Yep. I've been sweating my rear end off trying to get back into where I used to be.
What's a ferro rod? I gotta see what
Okay.
this is. Here, I'll get out of your way.
This is a ferro rod.
Oh, you're gonna spark it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll try to.
I got a little sparker, but nothing. I've never seen one that big.
You'll see, this door's a lot of sparks.
I bet. Well, you can pour some more of that stuff on. It's just a one shot.
I want to see
We're
if
just
it
here.
works.
We're just here one night, and then we're gonna hike tomorrow, and then we got about a 2.5 hour drive to get home.
Right.
Well, so we're gonna head someplace else.
Let's see if that stuff will ignite with this. I've never done
Here,
it.
let's put a little more on top.
No. Well, let's see what. Let's see.
Oh
what
my
it,
God!
It should be. An igniter.
I don't think it's going to go because.
I don't-
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Huh. Look at that.
Where's your GoPro? Is it on?
Yeah,
Did you
right
get it? We don't have to do a retake.
Yeah, that worked pretty good.
So there you go. Hand sanitizer.
I've never seen 62% do it, but apparently it does.
Any hand
Yeah.
sanitizers we've ever tried have
Works,
worked.
huh? Very good.
But
Very good.
So you're keeping that fire on that side. You wouldn't move that log out and let it go out a little bit.
well, we get it going a little bit.
Well, I like to put a big log down and then lean against it.
I do. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, I like that too. I just would put it a little more in the
But we
center.
can go. We can start building a teepee now.
You can do it on both sides now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little teepee action.
Hee-hee.
Let that thing get going.
So this is just a little green striker that I get. Works real well.
This is a very nice. So this
One of
looks
the
like
best.
a saw blade, right?
Yeah, just a little hacksaw blade.
Yep.
Yep, worked pretty well.
Well, that's a big strip you have.
And that ferro rod will give you literally hundreds and hundreds of fires. If you got the right tinder, you gotta have the right tinder.
Right.
You know, birch bark or
Well,
something
we
like that.
always pick up the birch bark.
Right.
I mean, that's as good as this stuff.
Fat wood.
Birch
you know,
bark works amazing.
Pine
It
sap.
does.
It's a miracle. We were up in Canada in the rain. Pulled the canoe over, and this, of course, the one guy that's an Eagle Scout jumps out and goes, "I'll take care of this," and he had the fire going in no time, and everybody went, "Oh my God!"
I used to do trips for the boys' clubs in canoeing.
Oh, okay.
Up in the Adirondacks and with Mr. Bob Eldridge.
Fire.
That was my job.
Way to go, Eric.
Yeah, I worked. My last hospital I worked was in Harford County.
This is the bellows, Eric.
So look at that kit. Oh my God. Okay.
It's a
The
fire starting
telescopic.
kit. Another thing we would do is his thing that blows up his mattress, it blows air. We put it on the fire. And it
Oh, that's
blows air.
perfect. Oh, look at that. So it's a.
you can either do that, or you can take my neoprene mat or pad you sit on,
And just sit on it?
and fan it, and fan it. See that? We want to displace the fire to the middle. It's too much to one side. You want that, you want that middle to burn evenly all the way out 360.
So I have to ask, what gave you the confidence to sleep under a tarp last night?
Is that all you had?
There's a couple of
And it was
people.
it was such a polite way of saying,
Is that all you had?
"You freaking idiot."
Yeah, right.
You dummy.
Right. Well, I slept in a bivvy that, I'll wrap myself. I have one of those reflector blankets.
Yeah.
Not a sole, but it's the big with grommets on the end, but it's all silver on the inside.
Yeah, I like this.
So I wrapped myself up in a taco with my sleeping bag, and it wasn't. I was warm. I was okay, but when I started seeing water being taken, it was time to leave.
Yeah. So I met a lot of people in hammocks this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of
A lot of
hammocks.
hammocks going
More
on
and more,
the
yep.
trail.
When I was in the Army, we all slept in jungle hammocks.
Is that what's going on? It's
No,
coming
the
from
thing,
service?
no. It's the hammock thing is I used to sleep in a netted hammock back in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
But now they have under quilts, over quilts,
Yeah, yeah.
pads, separate ways to set them up, and it's a decent night's sleep, but it's that little tarp. And where do you put your gear? You see, so if a big sideways storm comes, your shit's hurting.
There we go.
So I don't think I could. I have to get up at night and take a pee.
Well,
And if I'm in a hammock, I'm in trouble.
Well, you know what you do? You get a piss bottle. Really? No, you get an old plastic bottle, and you pee in it, and turn it, and put the top on it, put it on the side.
I do.
We do. That's what we
I
do in
use
the
a
winter.
piss bottle,
Use a piss bottle.
especially when it's cold out. Really,
Yeah, really cold.
Yeah.
You don't want to get out of that bag.
No,
Listen, Mountaineers do it.
Yeah,
We've
that's
thrown
true.
piss out the shelter already, froze in midair, and dropped to the ground. It did. I'm famous for that. No, but you see, the other thing is if you put your
Don't eat the yellow snow.
right.
Don't slip on the yellow
Frank
ice.
Zappa. But if you put the thing down low, because see, your heat rises.
Okay, so here we are at Tumbling Run Shelters. It's the morning now, right? It got down to 39 degrees last night. So, that's a little chilly. It's 40, what did I say? 44 degrees right now. So, I'm going to eat breakfast, right? Actually, I think I'm going to have some coffee first. Did you have coffee, Bob?
I'm not making any.
No?
No. No, I'll make some later. I'm not making anything. I just had some tea. It takes too long to make it. I just wanted to get it done, And start packing or whatever. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting pretty good at that cowboy coffee. It's
No grains in it last
yeah,
night?
no, not at all. No. I mean, the first time I did it, which was a little bit, not much. It all falls down. It's kind of unique the way it does that.
Yeah.
Very
So you
special.
don't have, and that kind of coffee, you don't have to carry anything out here.
No, just the coffee itself.
Just coffee.
Yeah.
And a cup.
And that's what I was doing. Like this morning, I had my tea, and then I drank like half a cup just to get warmed up,
Right.
I kept the rest of it in, filled it up the other half with regular water, took the tea bag out of it, boiled it up, and threw my oats and shit in there.
That's the way Mitch Mitchell does it. He makes coffee in a bucket for
Uh-huh.
everybody.
Uh-huh.
Does it the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that's right.
grains fall to the bottom.
Yeah. See, I did it in the Army, though. When I'm talking about just using the canteen cup.
Right.
First thing, I didn't always drink coffee when I was in the Army. That came later. But I have some Tang, right? Some orange juice.
Right.
Rinse it out. Throw some water in, heat it up, put my oatmeal in. rinse it out, brush my teeth, wash my, put another water in, heat it again,
Right.
brush my teeth, wash my face, and I'm done. Might have a granola bar or something. That's it. I mean, what else do you need to do? We had to be on the move.
Right.
So, no time for leisurely breakfasts and shit like that. Dining in, dining out. I tell you now, I know what the nurses used to complain about with me with garlic now. You smell it. I smell you all over here.
Yeah, I eat a lot of garlic.
I know, and I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying, I smell it.
I love it.
I love garlic, but I got some cloves at home I haven't used yet.
Right.
But anyway, I'm gonna try this thing Fred Horn did: honey and garlic and
Right.
vinegar. He said it's really good for the cold.
Not for cold.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wives.
I used to take garlic capsules, right? And I'd be in the OR, and one nurse said, "You been eating garlic again, Bob?" I said, "No, I take the capsule."
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It still comes out of your pores.
Right, it still comes out of your pores. Yep.
It helps keep the mosquitoes away too.
Well, what it does, it blocks the carbon dioxide that you let off. Mosquitoes are attracted
It masks
to,
it.
Yeah, it masks
Yeah.
it. Your carbon dioxide is what they want.
Right.
It would get them there.
Yeah, they hone in on it.
You notice we haven't seen any stink bugs.
That's too cold, man.
But I haven't, even when it was warm, I haven't seen many.
Oh yeah.
At all.
There's a few around the house this year.
Is there really?
but-
Yeah. But
yeah.
there are a few around my in-laws' house. But I haven't seen any at all. And they were saying that they're attracted to dark colors,
Right.
like blues and blacks and dark greens and shit like that.
Did you bring any hot chocolate with you?
I did not.
Alright, I think I got one pack here.
If I have coffee, I don't bring hot chocolate. Tea's the only other thing I bring.
Sometimes I just mix it.
Yeah, put hot chocolate and coffee together is good.
Yeah, this will work. I like just a little bit of chocolate taste in my coffee.
You gotta get some chocolate bars, some
Yeah.
Hershey's or whatever,
That'll work.
and melt them in. It tastes even better.
I don't think this is chocolate though. This might be white chocolate. Nah, this is chocolate. This is good. Alright. This is the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail is a continuous footpath that meanders through 14 eastern states and is approximately 2,180 miles. The guys that do it all at once are called through hikers. Contrary to popular belief, the Appalachian Trail is not an old Indian trading trail. It's a pretty big hill. Here he comes. Old Man Winter. Here he comes. What's that on his back? That's his Jeep.
That's my Jeep, yep.
That's his Jeep.
Oh man, that's a hump.
Yeah. That last hill. Whew. Man, oh man. So right now we're loading up for another trip on the trail, right? We're rearranging things in our packs. Like for this next couple of nights, I'm not going to need my tent, so we're repacking now. And so is Bob. So I'm going to leave my tent here. Tank up on some water. And we'll be hitting the trail momentarily. Look at that hill. You guys probably can't see it, but it's pretty steep. Oh, yeah. I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll watch Grizz come up the hill a little bit. He's prepping himself for the long, arduous climb on this hill. And there he goes.
Can't see the fucking rocks.
They're under the leaves.
I don't know shit.
That's why they call it Rocksylvania. But we're in Maryland. Yeah, this is a pretty steep hill, man. No doubt. Show you guys my hiking stick real quick. This hiking stick's got you know, some hawk feathers on it and stuff that means something spiritually to me. Pretty cool. Yeah, the spring is running. That's good, yeah. Yeah, it looks like a symbol of the Holy Spirit when you're far away from it. That's been like that since we were kids. Yeah, I'm going to come up and check the spring out. I knew after all that rain it would, because it's usually dry, but not after a big rain. Yeah. Check this rock out, how the tree grew around it. It's pretty tough looking.
Unique.
Yep. Alright, so here's the spring for Crampton Gap Shelter. We can easily get water from this spring. And like I said, since it's coming off the top of the ridge there, downhill, it's pretty safe to drink. I'm still going to treat it. You know? Better be safe than sorry, man. I'm telling you. Because I tell you, when I was in Special Forces school, during phase 1, I got dysentery. And it really messed me up bad. I mean, my urine looked like like brown mud coming out, you know, brown water. It was terrible. I was sick as a dog. Yeah. Yeah, that happens in the woods. So we're coming up on Crampton Gap Shelter. Alright. There's Crampton Gap Shelter. This is another one of our favorites. You know, Pennsylvania and Maryland have some of the most beautiful hiking and backpacking, camping spots of anywhere I've ever been, except out west. Out west, really pretty out there. But I'll tell you, pristine, you know. I mean, this shelter looks like it was plunked, you know, plunk right in the middle of the woods. Like a giant helicopter. Just plunked it down in here. So, yeah. So you see that sign up there? It says Rocky Run, 5.1 miles north. Ed Garvey. Those are shelters. 4.3 miles south.
On the Potomac River.
Whew. My pits are like little swimming pools. So like I like cool down when I stop hiking, you know, and then make sure everything's dry, and then I'll put a sweater or something on. That way you're not all mucky muck. This is KYDEX, right? The stuff they wrap houses with. Lightweight, durable, pretty waterproof. I use it as a ground cloth. It's good stuff. Telling you, there's all that water I had to lug. That's 2 liters. I'll tell you, I won't need much more than that. It's the most important item of the trip, cigars. This is made by Donald Gamber at Gamber Leather Crafting. It's a cigar case. And, you know, he gifted that to me. So, real nice. Excellent workmanship. That guy is just a phenomenal leather worker. You gotta hand it to him. Ditty bag. Ditty ditty. Ditty ditty. Airheads. That's a staple, guys. It's a staple. Dried mango. It's gotta be organic though. Dried mango. And there's a lot of other food in this food bag. So, I mean, we're out here for 9 days or so. So this is what, the 4th day? 5th day? Something like that. 6th day. This is
6th day.
North Face. Lightweight shell, you know. You can pick these up for about $100, right? Something keeps grabbing at my ear. Watch cap. Wandering Parsons, 300 weight anorak, right? I call it the Tesseract. Wandering Parsons. I can't speak more highly of this man's craftsmanship. Bob's got you know, a few of his garments. I got a few. They're just, and he doesn't charge a lot of money, not for what they are. You know, you might say, you know, $180 is too much for, you know, something you're going to wear out in the woods or whatever, but I don't think so. Not for what you get.
Well, you get the wool for $150.
Well, there are budget ways of handling that stuff too.
No, I'm saying Wandering Parsons. He has the wool one for like $150.
Yeah, he has wool ones
then
too.
He has a gray wool one for $115 with a zipper neck.
Right.
Then he has the very first one. I forget the damn name what it's called. It was all lightweight
Yeah.
with a hood. They were like, I don't know, 50. I paid $30 for a special. I think it was, but they're like 50 or 60 bucks.
But you don't have to spend that kind of money. I mean, you can go to Walmart and buy, you know, acrylic or polyester sweater with a hood, you know, that kind of stuff. There's budget ways of handling this
There's
stuff.
all kinds of places you can get alpaca hoodies for like $50.
Yeah.
They're warm as heck.
I like alpaca.
And
That's warmer than
but
wool,
what we're
right?
not doing is you're not buying Leicester River. That's $300-400. You know, it's coming out of Canada, stuff like that.
I can't.
We don't get that extreme weather around here. You know, we don't. It's just we don't get blizzards and stuff and whatever.
That's my sitting pad for my dainty derriere. I have a dainty derriere.
I have a big derriere.
Bob's got a big derriere.
Matter of fact, I'm airing it out right now. That's why you're not on film.
Okay? And then, you know, just in case it gets super cold, like, you never know, this is a Patagonia puffball. They don't make these anymore, right? But you can get something similar to it. And it comes with a hood, right? I just take the hood off. I really don't need it. But I've had this jacket, I know, 16, 17 years. It's pretty old. And it's still kicking. I got burn marks all over it. You know, I got repairs and there's a patch right here that I burned with my cigar, right? Dropped the ash on it. But other than that, I just keep patching it and it keeps going. What else we got? Thought I'd bring a lantern. I don't use it much, but I thought I'd bring it on this one. See, this trip was actually supposed to be something else in the beginning, and we ended up not doing it down in Kentucky. So
We
we're up
made
here
something
now.
out of it anyway.
So we took lemonade and we made lemon. No, we took lemons and we made lemonade.
We took lemonade, made lemons.
That's what I said. That's what I said. All right. I made a mistake before. I called this the Kilo Plus. This is the REI Lumen Plus. Lumen Plus. So, and it's in a stuff sack, a compression stuff sack. Because I needed, for this trip, I needed the room. And that's about it. There's not much else down in here. I got my cocoon pillow. This is actually a pillow that I blow up. See? Pretty comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this Thermarest X-Therm mattress. Just want to show it to you. There it is. It's not inflated right now, right? I think you guys can see that. I'm hoping so. It's dark in the shelter right now, but... Alright, there's the nozzle, the air nozzle, right, to fill it up. And what I do is... And this is the winter Neo Air. It's the winter one. It's called the X-Therm. Yeah, they're a little pricey, but this is the best sleep I've ever had in the outdoors. It's, you know, almost 3 inches of air underneath of you, and the thing weighs, I don't know, a pound or so. It's crazy. Right, so you open up the nozzle all the way, stick the boot. Now this is a pump, all right? This is a pump, right? That they sell for it. So you see it says Thermarest Neo Air. This. All right, so this bag. Let me get the stuff out of it. This bag is what you use to actually fill it up. Okay, it's got a hole in the bottom of it, right? It's got a hole in the bottom, right there. Clear plate. You stick the nozzle of the thing through the hole, right? And you actually open up the bag, fill it with air, and push the air through. See it? And that the air goes into the mattress. And you know, it takes like 5 of these to fill it up or so. Okay? So, but I got the pump. It only weighs a couple ounces. Pop open the pump. Pull out the boot. Undo the nozzle. Stick it on the nozzle. Nice and tight. Right? You gotta shove enough room there. And you just leave it until it's filled, and then it's going to need 3 or 4 breaths, because it's not going to pump it up hard, you know. So 3 or 4 breaths, you're done, ready to go. So you can go off and do something else now while this is filling, right? The Thermarest Neo Air. They're pretty tough. Honestly, I've been working with these Neo Airs for, I don't know, like 10 years now, right? Since they came on the market, basically. Maybe it's a little less, I don't know, but I've never put a hole in one. Not even once. So, they're pretty durable, but you do have to take care of them. You go sleeping on a patch of briars, you're asking for trouble. You go sleeping somewhere without a ground cloth under you or whatever, you're asking for trouble. So, works out pretty good. Where'd you get that one?
This is Boy Scouts of America.
That's like a Thermarest, right?
I guess it's a Thermarest. It doesn't have a name brand on it. It says
Right.
Scouts of America. It inflates itself a little bit when you open up the valve. And then you have to put some puffity puffs in there a little bit to get it nice
Right, get
and
it
firm.
tight, right.
I have 2 of them. I've had them for a number of years. They were on sale for $26 at the Scout shop.
Have you ever put a hole in one?
No.
No.
No,
They're pretty
because
durable.
These are, there's like a pad inside this cover.
Yeah, open
here.
cell foam.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's what it is. So it's not like a balloon or a beach
Right,
mattress or
right.
whatever. And, you know, for an old guy, I get it. Basically, it's our trochanters on our hips that
Oh.
hurt. And
That's the reason I went to these mattresses, because my hips hurt when I lay on the ground.
plus, you know, cold rises from the ground. So you want to have more, sometimes they say more under you than on top of you.
Right.
Okay, to keep you warm. Now, we're up in the air. There's a lot of air underneath this shelter. They come up through the floorboard. That's why we lay down a tarp first. Mainly that's to protect our pad and our sleeping bag. Okay. Once we put the pad down, what I do is I have a old slumberjack that's good to about 15 degrees. But that depends upon how you sleep. It could be, you know, 20 degrees, 25 degrees.
Can we see all that once you get it all set
Yeah,
up?
I'm gonna take it out. So,
All right.
all right.
So we'll look at that
Come back.
when he's set up. Okay, so there's my sleep system, right? And that's for this time of year, fall. In the winter, it's changing over to something different. This is an REI Lumen Plus. It's a 25-degree bag, and the plus stands for, see how wide it is? It's extra wide. Okay? Both at the shoulder, you know, shoulder girth, as well as the feet. And it goes right on top of my Thermarest X-Therm. And I do pretty good. Last night my feet were cold, but I can fix that with a heavier pair of socks. Got down to 39 degrees last night. And I slept warm, but my feet were a little cold. So, if it gets too cold, I'll take this tarp here and I'll throw it over top me, and it'll keep some of the heat in for me. Plus, I have my field jacket liner that can pull in there with me too. So I always come tarp heavy, at least 3 tarps. You know, lightweight stuff, but at least 3, so I got, you know, tarps to play with. Oh. And there's Bob's bag. This is a Slumberjack. How old is it, Bob?
85.
85. I had one just like it. It was blue.
Mm-hmm. This is a 15 degree. It's a nice bag. I use it the whole time in the Army. I use a bivy sack on it. I've gotten bigger, so it's not as wide for me, and
Right.
it keeps popping down. So one thing I did was I took, if I was sleeping in a mummy sack and I pulled it up, I would keep my hand in it to keep it from going down. Okay, but I decided I'm going to play around with this and try a quilt type, you know, system. So what I did was take this, put it in the back zipper here, lock it through so it won't go anywhere. Then what I'll do is I turn it this way like a quilt, and to have that go up behind my knees, and I can use this whole thing open like a quilt, like so.
That's how I use my down bags, as a quilt.
Then what I will do is take this rectangular, this is a 50-degree bag, like a summer weight bag or so. And this kept me dry, and it kept me warm in the rain on Sunday night when we were out. We got soaked. I got soaked, and kept me warm. So, but anyway, what I'll do is I'll take this bag, put it down inside this one, okay, like so.
As a sleep system.
As a sleep system.
Right.
And this bag will come up all across my body. This one will lay over top of me like a quilt.
Right.
Now, in order to keep that quilt around me in a cocoon type configuration, what I have is a Steel-Mill bivy sack.
That's silicone nylon, uncoated, right?
Yeah.
So it just breathes.
It breathes, and it also works as a poncho. As you can see, the head closes, and the arms close too. To give you that bivy sack sort of thing. So I take this, and I run it up the bottom, like so. Put this inside. It goes all the way up and covers me up like so.
Like a
This
bivy.
helps with the condensation, dew. It also, now it's like I'm in a bag, right? And also, I can pull it up over my head. I can keep the quilt thing down around the sides of me. They won't flatten out, whatever.
Right.
Gives me a whole microcosm or system.
Microclimate. Right.
And then it all goes on top of this thermarest type scouting pad. Okay?
Right.
And I use a jacket or something for a pillow. It nestles up under my head. Plus, if I get cold, I can put it on in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's already there. And then I have a tarp underneath that has the silver reflective backing. So if I get real cold, I can slide everything off, open this up, and put it around me. And my body heat will keep the heat back on top of me. So you got to have options. You have to have systems or thought systems in case that one thing won't work.
Well, plus the climate changes throughout the year, especially fall and winter.
Exactly.
It goes from 40 degrees all the way down to 20 degrees,
and I'd like
whatever.
to get a down, sleeping bag. I gotta say $300, $400, $500.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Especially for a 0 degree, something like that. You can get a like a 30 or so for like 300 and something, whatever.
But you can go on eBay if you know what you're looking for.
So anyway, that's what I do. I mean, if you're on a budget, I'm retired, so I'm on a budget. But I've always been kind of cheap ever since I was young.
Yeah, he has.
And so I work with what I got. And but like I said, I can break this down to a summer, to a spring, to a fall, to a winter. And I'll be good down to about 20 degrees, maybe 10 or so, if there's no wind.
Right.
See, if the wind chill, that's what makes you really cold.
I know.
Wet and wind chill.
It takes it out of you.
Yeah.
It does.
So we've been sleeping pretty. I've been sleeping pretty comfortable. Since lowest has been 39 and been in the 40s and whatever. And tonight's really very pleasant. Going to be a pleasant night tonight, I believe.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to 39 again.
Oh really? Well, I slept cozy.
We'll see.
I wear a double fleece. I get it down around my rear end. Know, and I also will put on these running tights. I love these things. I wear them. A little bit of a polyester, running type tight. And I wear them when I sleep.
I'm a pony! I'm a pony!
This whole thing about sleeping naked in a sleeping bag a long time ago.
Bullshit.
Never happened. It never happened for me, I mean, tell you.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So,
I don't know where that started.
I don't know where it either.
Go ahead and try it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you'll freeze your ass off.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
So anyway, that's my gig.
Okay, so there's two schools of thought on late fall backpacking, camping, whatever. And I'll take my if I can find it.
Right now I'm just airing my bags out.
Right. Yeah, it's I get to camp, you throw your bag out so that it lofts, it starts to take in air, because those air pockets in that insulation is what holds your body heat in, you know, and
Plus, they start to get funky after about 5 or 6 days.
oh yeah, yes they do, especially if you're sweating. In the summertime, thru hikers will get done the hike and they'll throw their gear away. It's so beat up and sweaty and yucky. So I'll take this stuff sack, Thermarest stuff sack. It's got a fleece inner on it, and I'll stuff a jacket inside this and use it as a pillow. And I don't know, I sleep really well out here. But I was chilly last night. My feet got cold, so I can probably take care of that with a thicker pair of socks. And if I get really chilly, I'll just drag my field jacket liner in there with me and cover myself up with the extra tarp. I go tarp heavy, at least 3 tarps, so I got something to play with, you know. So, and that's it for that sleeping business. I'll tell you how it goes in the morning. This is a really pretty stream when it's running. You can see where it comes out of the rocks right here. That's the beginning of it there. It's coming off the top of the ridge, underground, and then it pops out here. And then generally people just, you know, kind of dig it out so they can dip their pots in it. Then it runs down the hill. Like I said, it's not always running. During this time of year, there's usually something in it. During the summer, it's bone dry usually.